Blimey, I ain't wore the shirt in a long time. It's a bit short on the arms though, but there we go. That's why it's uncuffed, because it's a bit short on the arms, but oh well. Hey guys, Joby Zombie here, and finally at the last part of my favourite horror films of all time. This is part 5. There aren't many horror films on here because I've done most of them in the previous videos. Okay, there's only one honourable mention. It was meant to be in the previous videos, but I just left it out. I don't know why. But one honourable mention goes to Evil Dead 2013. It doesn't deserve to be missed because it's a very practical film. It's very good. But it nowhere near comes close to the original trilogy, especially the first one, of course, because it takes place like in the same thing as the first one, but it's nowhere near as good as the first film. I mean, The Evil Dead is my favourite horror film of all time, but the remake doesn't deserve to be missed, and I say that because it's all practical. So yeah, I mean, no, I don't think there is any CGI in it. No, there isn't. There isn't any I can't get this fucking... There we go. There isn't any CGI in the film that I don't know of. That I know of. So go and check it out, I say. It's alright for what it is. So let's get straight into it with Dog Soldiers. I love this film. It's great. It's about a military group who go on a training mission. But everything fucks up, and obviously werewolves appear, and you should just definitely check it out. It was directed by Neil Marshall in 2002, 3, something like that, early 2000s, and yeah, it's even though we don't get a werewolf transformation as such, the werewolves are huge. I mean, they are tall motherfuckers in this film. They're about taller than that even. So yeah, go check it out. It's a great film. Great film. Okay, next up, kind of a series, but I'm not keen on the entire franchise. I used to be, but I've rewatched them recently, and I thought they're not that clever. The Wrong Turn films. Now, I only like 1, 2, and 4. 1, 2, and 4 are the best in my opinion. Number 1. I love number 1. I think number 1's my favourite out of the lot. Number 1's great. This guy named Chris is on his way to an interview when he crashes his car in the middle of nowhere, and so they've got to find a telephone. So he groups up with this group of people, and they've got to try and find help, but they come across the wrong people because they took a wrong turn. Funny pun, but there we go. Wrong Turn 2 was great. It sort of brings in the found footage type thing because they're doing a reality TV show. Can't remember the name of the TV show, but yeah, Wrong Turn 2 is great. 4, on the other hand, is the prequel to the entire franchise, I think. I know it's a prequel, and it just shows you how the 3 brothers, One Eye, Three Finger, and Sawtooth, the 3 deformed brothers, came to be, and the opening's really graphic. It's the films get graphic as they go along. It starts off in a mental asylum, and they just let loose all the other inmates, and everything just causes havoc, really. So I recommend Wrong Turn, Wrong Turn 2, and Wrong Turn 4. You can go check out the others if you want, but I just recommend those 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 4. Yeah. Okay, the next horror film. It's very independent, very low budget. It was kind of it was a horror film to it was a tester really to raise money to a very well-known horror film, and I don't know why it wasn't on the list beforehand, because I watched the film and I watched it again today. And it's fucking brilliant. I love it because it's independent, and that's Within the Woods by Sam Raimi. Yeah, this is the precursor to The Evil Dead. Don't know why it wasn't on the list. I guess because I finally now got a chance to watch it all the way through, and it's great. Just because it's independent and low budget and poor quality, couldn't say what was fucking going on like, but there we go. But I could manage. It was great. I loved it. It was. I think it was because it was Sam Raimi and Evil Dead was tied in there. I couldn't hate it. I was just sitting back going, "This is brilliant. This is brilliant." You can watch it on YouTube, and I'm gonna pop it in the description bar below. But yeah, if you're a massive fan of the first Evil Dead, mainly the first one, go and check out Within the Woods. It's, in my opinion, it's great. I love it. The next two films that I'm going to bring up are two remakes. I like these a lot, but the originals are absolutely classics. But I do like the two remakes, and that's the Night of the Living Dead remake and the Dawn of the Dead remake. I like these a lot because, especially Night of the Living Dead remake, because it was done by it was directed by Tom Savini, and he had total control over it. He was meant to do the special effects for the original, but he was away in Vietnam, I believe. So he had total control of this first film, over the remake, and it was absolutely incredible. One of the better remakes out there. It's obviously in colour, so that makes it different. Or even though you can watch the original in colour, but I prefer to watch it in black and white. It's quite different. It is different, but it is definitely well worth checking out. I'm not going to say much about it, just in case you haven't seen it. Secondly, the Dawn of the Dead remake. Even though I don't like the idea of sprinting zombies, running zombies, I like this film because it's, I don't know, there's a lot of action in this film. You get a zombie baby, so that's different. You've never seen that before, I don't think, in a zombie film. What else? It's got a good twist. I like the twist. Actually, no, it's not such of a twist. It's just got a very tense ending. Very tense ending. But yeah, the Dawn of the Dead remake, there's just something about it that I love. I can't hate the remake. I don't know, it's really, I know what it is. It's because Disturbed played Down with the Sickness on the, Disturbed's on the soundtrack. No, it's not. That's not why. That's one of the reasons why, but that's not the entire reason why. No, the remake is just really, really good. It's just non-stop action. So yeah, go check out the Dawn of the Dead remake. It's really, really good. This next horror film was directed by Clive Barker, and it's really, really... It's Candyman. It's Candyman. I know a lot of people have said that this film is haunting, like it haunts them, but say Candyman 5 times in the mirror and that don't happen. But the film is excellent. Just excellent. Definitely do not miss out Candyman. It's in the urban legend type things, like in the same with Bloody Mary and all that. Although there is a film called Urban Legends, but I haven't seen that one. But to me, this is the ultimate urban legend film, Candyman. It's Tony Todd as the Candyman. It's so eerie, like. Just that scene where Helen's in the car park and Candyman's there and it's just like, Helen, and you just see like the silhouette of Candyman with his arms behind his back and just standing up really straight, and he's just like, what the fuck? And the scene where Helen has just been in that woman's apartment and then she's taken to that psychiatrist, I guess, and then it all goes silent and then Candyman appears behind him and just brutally murders him. And then of course we've got the scene where the little kid was killed in the toilets with all the shit on the walls. But that was probably, I have to skip that bit because it just makes me I can't watch that bit. But the ending, I really like the ending. I will say though, I'm just being honest with this one, I can't watch the ending because obviously the strobe lighting, I'm epileptic. I don't know if you knew that, but I am epileptic, so I can't watch the ending. But the bit before that is where Helen goes into the fire to rescue the baby, and this people in the city set fire to the pile, I guess, because Helen went in there with a hook. and they thought it was the Candyman, but it wasn't. It was Helen, and I really do like the ending. And then of course Helen is like the next Candyman, if you will, and she kills her husband for cheating on her. But there we go. I suppose I've just given away the ending, but I'm sure you've all seen Candyman by now. So yeah, Candyman is brilliant. I mean, there are 2 more sequels, but I just recommend the first one. Okay, I had to put a lot of thought into this next one because I've said in the past that it's not a horror film, it's more of a thriller film, but because I collect a lot of horror movie books, and this film appears in most of those books, and the film is Jaws. It appears in most books, and it even appears in this one, so it must be a horror film. I still class it more as a thriller, not really adventure, but more of a thriller film. But because I like to separate the genres, horror, thriller, adventure, but this is horror / thriller. So yeah, Jaws. Obviously I'm not going to say much about it because you've all seen Jaws, and if you haven't, that's what I'm going to say. So Jaws, yeah, absolutely brilliant film, fucking masterpiece even. The next film I still question because I've said in the past that it's not a horror film, it's a sci-fi film. But like Jaws, it's in most horror movie books, and it's Alien. My favourite one in the series, possibly my favourite film of all time, possibly, just possibly. Yeah, Alien. It's I could go on forever about this film, absolutely forever. But people say that it's a horror film set in outer space because you've got a killer killing the people off one by one, and there's only one survivor, and that usually happens in most horror films. So yes, I guess it is a horror film, but it's not like a normal serial killer. It's a creature. So, and yeah, Alien. I can't even say much about Alien because like you've all seen it. But Alien is just a masterpiece. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think you'll ever find a creature like this in a film ever. Never ever. I'm going to stop talking about Alien because I could go on forever about the film, and then if I start talking about Alien, I'll lead on to something else to do with the film, so I'm just going to stop talking about it. So, Alien. The next film, again, I think more science fiction because it's got... Well, the original was more science fiction because of teleportation. Now that I've said that word, you know what the film is, and it's The Fly. Because... The reason why I'm putting this on the list is because David Cronenberg's version of The Fly, 1985, I believe, it's more gore / horror thriller. No, gore / horror / sci-fi. Yeah. Yeah. Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis and John Jett do an absolutely brilliant job in this film. I think they're all magnificent actors and actress, Gina Davis. Yeah, The Fly. These special effects in this film are absolutely amazing. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because I could go on forever about this film. But because in the original film, there's only like one... In the original film, he's already The Fly. You just see him as Andre, which is the main character, Andre, and then he just suddenly becomes the Fly, just with a fly head. But in this film, Seth Brundle, who's obviously played by Jeff Goldblum, he slowly evolves into the Fly, and it's really graphic as well. I mean, day by day he's losing an ear. His fingernails are coming off. He's looking more grotesque. This film is amazing. Just please go and see The Fly if you haven't already. It's absolutely amazing. Don't watch The Fly 2 because I don't think it really ties in. The only returning character is John Jett, and I don't really think it ties into. You don't need to see The Fly 2, really. Just go and see this one. But I'd say go and see the original, but don't see the original 2 sequels. Maybe watch Return of the Fly, but don't watch Curse of the Fly, because that's shit. So yeah. The Fly, 1985. Definitely a classic, in my opinion. Okay, only 2 more to go now. Well, the last one that I'm going to leave for the list is a big franchise. Next film is Sleepwalkers. Stephen King's Sleepwalkers. Based on the book, I believe. This film's really unique. What are these creatures? I don't know what these creatures are. They don't like cats, but this film's weird. It's weird, but it's a lot of fun. It was made in the 90s, I believe. Yeah, it was made in the 90s. It's got a lot of cameos by a lot of actors. You've got Ron Perlman, John Landis, Clive Barker, Joe Dante, and let's not forget Stephen King. Actually, Stephen King is probably my favourite character in the film because it's like he shouldn't be there. And he knows he's not supposed to be there because he's just going around saying to people, look, buddy, it's not my fault. I don't care if people come in here. And he's basically like the caretaker of the cemetery. And obviously there's a big scene in the cemetery. But go check out Sleepwalkers. It is a lot of fun. It is quite cheesy, but it's a lot of fun. Alright, the last series of films on this list. There's 7 of them. And I'm waiting for the 8th film. I honestly don't think it's going to happen, but oh well. I think we've all seen them. We've called these films torture porn, we've called them gory films. It's the Saw films. My girlfriend refuses to watch them. I'm like, hey, do you want to watch the Saw films? No! I love these films. I absolutely love these films. I don't know what it is about these films. I think it's because they're very psychological. They get you thinking, and they always recap you of what's been happening. That's probably the best aspect. And obviously the traps. The traps are... I could go on forever about the traps. I don't have a favourite one, but the one that started it all really was the bathroom trap. I remember when I first saw the ending to Saw the final chapter, I was like, oh my god, we've returned to the bathroom. Even though in Saw 2, yes, we returned to the bathroom, but we left it so long until, Saw the final chapter, and obviously Hoffman got his comeuppance by, Dr. Gordon. The Saw films are just brilliant. Tobin Bell plays a brilliant character, the Jigsaw Killer. Even though he's not a killer, he finds ways for his victims to kill themselves. But the Saw films are great. Speaking of Saw, I do actually like Hostel. Only the first one though. 2, meh. 3, no. I hate number 3. Number 3 was dull. The first Hostel is pretty good. I do like the first film. It's very gory. It's cringy as hell. But oh god. The ankle scene in Hostel. Oh my god. You're free to go. Oh fuck. No. Jesus God. I remember seeing that for the first time. I'm gonna watch that scene, see if I can still stomach it. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Go check out Hostel as well. Hostel's a brilliant film. I didn't put it on the list, I forgot about Hostel. But the Saw films are just brilliant. Go check them out. All of them. You don't necessarily have to watch them in order, but I recommend you do. Because just to get in the just to know what's happening. The general idea. But there we go. If I had to pick a favourite one, I'd probably say my favourite one. All of them. I don't have a least favourite one. Yeah, they're all good. Yeah, so definitely. Okay then, that's it for my favourite horror films of all time. Thanks for watching, guys. I know it's been a really long series of videos, but there we go. I'm really glad that I've covered them because I've wanted to do this for a long time. It's been hell of a long work trying to edit these together, but I finally got there. So thank you for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more videos. I'll catch you later. Take care.